So last session, we picked up after watching Skelli use some sort of spell to have a torch fly off the wall into her stretched hand from 15 feet away. Then, as the Valaars turned and headed towards the exit, because they had enough of this nonsense, Skelli then lifted her hand again towards Genya to try and stop her from leaving, but nothing other than Genya feeling like something tugged at her cloak happened. And as Frank went about patching up Aronson so he could be moved, Eric then told everyone to stop yelling at each other and get on with the plans. Skelli, Eric, and the boy went out first, followed by the Valaars, who had a chat with each other about the useless and untrusting Christians and their plots against them, while Frank and Bjorn took up the rear, nice and slow, heading back towards home. Skelli and the boy headed towards the church in hopes to find Father Adam and make him tell them what's going on. Eric went about gathering those he trusts to start prepping for war. The church, though, was empty. There's no people, no sound, or even candles. It had been picked clean, and it seemed that when Father Adam headed to the farmhouse 5 days ago, there should be still a few of his flock, which he calls his people, around here. But there wasn't. The boys' stuff was still there, at least, and after looking back and forth at each other, Skelli and the boy headed towards the attic where Father Adam's room was. But what they found wasn't a bedroom or anything like a room. I'll put you on the map that we were on. And roll 20. It was some sort of ritual chamber with stones in a circle and a circular design in the middle. And his Vulgate Bible was sitting on a large pedestal. So they did the smart thing, waited for everyone else to come to help. And after Eric's wife and son came up with some guards, and the Valaars finally caught up with what they had found, both Valaars decided to do something stupid. First was that Bjorn dropped the horn and a stick inside the circle, and as nothing happened, he decided to reach down, pick up the horn, and that's when something, of course, did happen. The stones started to lift off the ground and spin. Then the book opened up, and something black came out of it and turned into a small tornado. Genya then reached out and grabbed her falling brother, and Skelli dove to grab Genya from falling in. The boy knocked an arrow and shot it at the book, which, when I rolled a 100, hit Bjorn instead. Thankfully, with the help of his sister and Skelli, he was pulled free of the warding spell, and as the stones settled and the blackness faded, Bjorn found himself blind. As Frank and Aronson finally made their way back home later, they wondered if their friends had done anything stupid yet without them. Seeing as it's been an hour and they exited the tunnel, you heard yelling, screaming, and Frank was finally found and made to come heal Bjorn again, the other Bjorn. Idis and Þóra were then sent for as the rest made it to the attic, and a few more fun things happened. Idis and Þóra were the two old ladies, storytellers that told you guys stories when you first came over on the ship. They're quite old. I think they're mid-70s right about now. First was that Eric yelled at Bjorn for already pulling out the horn that he swore to keep safe and secret. Second was that when Þóra leaned in to look at the stone circle, her body gave out, she fell inside, the trap once again sprung. Idis then used a counter charm, but not before the same blackness took the sight of Þóra. Third was after the trap was countered, Bjorn got his sight back, but he could feel that darkness went somewhere else inside of him. Everyone then left this cursed attic, except for Skelli, the boy, Aronson, and Frank, who watched Skelli step into the circle and grab the Bible. When she did that, both Frank and the boy saw holy fire erupt from the book, surround Skelli as her faith was tested by the book. Thankfully, she was still a true Christian believer, and the holy fire didn't turn into hellfire. So, After that, it was onward towards the farm with Eric's daughter Freya this time, and Aronson and Þóra were left in the care of Idis at her hut. 3 hours later found the Valaars, Skelli, the boy, and Freya back at the same farm where you found young Hala hiding in the hut of Solvig, the Root Witch. Here you found, this is where you also found the dead hanging bodies from all the farm's hands and some of the cattle as well, with the sigil written on the wall in Solvig's hut. Father Adam and his flock were sent here to deal with the dead bodies and figure out if the farm should be cleansed or burned. However, when you all arrived, the farm was empty. Scrubbed clean, way too clean, no signs of the bodies being burned or buried, and the cattle were missing. The farm was empty and quiet, not even footprints. The only thing you found was the body buried vertical with her head at the bottom and her feet sticking up, the scout of Inga Longwatch that you had left here originally, and she was the one who left with you all on your journey with Leaf. Knowing the significance of how she was buried, you all looked her over and found she had a death grasp on something. It was a piece of very sharp obsidian in the shape of a cross that was last seen by Skelli and the boy around the neck of Father Adam. It also seemed to have something hidden inside of it, but it was too hard to see. So it was once again back to Idis and Þóra to see if they knew anything about it. Here, while Aronson was resting, he had a fun nightmare. Something about the last few days had taken a toll on his body and his mind, and he had a deep need and a raging fire inside of him to craft something. Something had to be created, and only he could create it. What that was or how to do it, he would know when he found it. As the group finally were back in the hut of Idis, they noticed Þóra was still blind. She was in a chair, muttering to herself. But as you all held out the piece of obsidian, you all saw the hand of Þóra lift up and the obsidian cross fly into her outstretched hand, just like you had seen it Skelli do. And with a voice that was not Þóra, told you all to sit back and hear the tale of Surtur's tears, which is where we ended and we're picking up now. So as you are all inside the hut of Idis and Þóra, staring at Þóra, who, oddly, she was in the middle of muttering to herself, old, withered, and kind of looked like she was on her deathbed. Pretty much like jumps out, stares at all of you, and the blackness from her eyes fades, and you see pupils appear. Not the color of her eyes. I would love some occult rolls, please.
Occult rolls?
Yeah.
Because we're good at those.
I know. Frank is.
I don't need to check. I know that's a fail.
That is a hard success.
Perfect. All right. Frank, as you start to hear the tale, at the end of the tale, I'm going to give you something for that.
Okay.
And I think it was failures for your other two. Perfect.
Oh, yeah. Major.
Excellent. Now, you all sit, and we're going to tell the tale of Surtur's tears. This is definitely not her voice. You're going to notice that the fire that is lit starts to burn low. And it almost like dims dark outside. It's almost like an eclipse is happening when there shouldn't be one. Long before Odin won the runes, before Ymir's bones became the mountains, before men sailed the whale road, there came the first clash of fire and frost. Surtur, Lord of Muspelheim, strode across the world's edge bearing the blazing sword that no hand but his could lift. Before him marched the sons of flame, and against them came the ancient giants of ice. The mountains melted, the seas boiled, the sky split with thunder. Then Surtur struck a blow unlike any before or since. His sword did not merely cleave mountain from mountain, it cut deeper. It bit into the skin of the world itself. For the space of a single heartbeat, another land lay beyond the wound. The Skalds called it Drumheim, the dream realm. There, the stars were wrong. The seas flowed upward into the heavens. Mountains breathed. Shadows walked without masters. And voices whispered in tongues older than Odin himself. Even Surtur paused, for there are lands that belong neither to gods nor giants. The wound closed almost as quickly as it had opened, yet not before drops of molten fire fell through the tear. As they touched Midgard, they cooled into black glass. Not stone, not ice, not metal, but something that had looked upon another world. These became the first of Surtur's tears. Many generations passed before men found them. Once a young warrior laughed that it was only glass, but he struck it with his axe. The axe chipped, the glass did not. Another man shaved his hair from his arm with a broken shard. The edge was finer than any forged blade. The old seer among them covered the stone with a wolfskin. Do not leave it beneath moonlight. The warrior laughed again. He left it outside. Before dawn he awoke screaming. He swore he had walked through valleys where no sun rose. He spoke with dead kings. He saw creatures crawling beneath a black sea that reflected stars no man had ever known. He never slept peacefully again. So the wise say this: Obsidian remembers the wound. Polish it smooth enough, and it ceases to be a mirror. It becomes the scar left by Surtur's sword. Some say only dreams may pass through. Others say dreams come back carrying passengers. The oldest skalds warned that every polished shard hungers to become a doorway once more. Most are too small, a few are not. There's an old saying among Scandinavians: never gaze into Surtur's tear beneath the northern lights, for the lights dance where the worlds grow thin. If the green fire touches the black glass, the scar opens, not with sound, not with light, but with sleep. And there are those who wake in another land. Some return with wisdom, some return with madness. Some never truly return at all. And as she finishes the tale, you see Idis place another log upon the fire. And Idis says in her voice, the priests say it's only a story, but old gods never answer. But if you ever find a blade of black glass upon an empty shore, do not ask who made it. Ask what came through after Surtur closed the wound. Frank. That voice is familiar. It's been a while. You remember at one point in time, back when you'd probably been maybe a year as an apprentice with, let me find her name, Morag Nikinus. The last time you had a memory of her was the day you met her, and then learning herbs and what to do and what not to do. over time, when she couldn't figure something out, she did a ritual that was more like a seance, where she tries to ask the spirits of her ancestors. And one time, a spirit answered, and it's the same voice you're hearing now.
Ooh. Did we have a name for that spirit or anything, or was it just a spirit?
It was just a spirit. She was in the middle of, like, trying to learn something that she had no knowledge of. What exactly that was, it was like when you were first learning what she was doing, like this would have been not the first time you've seen her connect to something, but the first time you've seen someone else take over her body. This person here is doing a full possession of Þóra.
And he's going to say, "Oh, spirits, I know ye. Your voice, we've met before. What would ye have me do?"
Aronson, you are asleep through this, I'm sorry to say, but Bjorn.
Incredible.
Yes. you're getting
even after Frank just yelled that.
Yeah, no,
Like,
he's in the middle. Yeah, he has been medically induced into a sleep right now by itis.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, because he was sleeping through all the shit that recently happened. He's knocked out for a bit. Bjorn, though, both your sister and Skelli and Canute are also here. You're gonna notice that as soon as Frank starts talking, the lights outside get darker. And even though there's fresh logs on the fire, it's almost as if time slowed down here, just like it did the last time the horn was blown. You've seen the logs go on the fire, but they're not catching. But Frank, you just see Þóra's the body of Þóra should not be in a good position. Like, it looks like she's de-aging in front of everybody's eyes. Hair turns a different color, gets a little lighter. She goes from looking 70 to like 60, and you just start to notice a change in who she looks like. And after about a minute, you see a different woman in front of you.
Whoa.
And Frank, she's turning into the spitting image of Morag Nikinus.
Well, this is a surprise. Hang on, does Frank know if Morag is alive or dead?
She should be long dead, sir.
Okay. Shouldn't you be dead? No, wait. I mean, nothing's a surprise anymore. Sorry, I asked you to speak, and I should let you do so.
I remember your face, although I wasn't in. I was in this body. Yes, she kind of looks at her hands and looks around. It has been a long time since I've connected this good with a living spirit. The dead are usually boring, but it's very rare I actually get to connect with someone. Who is this face to you?
This face is Morag. She spoke to you before when I was much younger.
That's what I remember. The last time I connected with someone was Morag. Interesting. She looks at the piece of obsidian. Which one of you found this? I believe... Bjorn, I'm going to say it was you. I think it was you or Skelli who pried it out of the hand, but I'm going to say it was you just because you're here.
I'll take it.
Well, Frank, in that case, will just point over
Okay.
at Bjorn and indicate it was him.
Interesting. Well, to answer your first question, Frank, I do have another name. It's a name none of you have ever have heard before, so it's never gonna matter. Suffice to say, only those of my bloodline I can connect with. And you're just gonna see her go back into the image of Þóra.
So does that mean you're connecting with her right now or with me?
Oh! The mind of this one has been shattered, sadly. She saw something that her mind did not like, but it left a gap for me to find and sneak away in. I think I might use this body for a while, now that I'm here. It's been a while since I've been able to stretch out. And you're going to see her, like, sniff in the air. There's another one of my blood in here.
Am I getting a vibe from her if this is like an evil presence or a good presence or somewhere in between?
Give me a... Well, this is going to be, like, I would love an insight check. So an insight check. I will
I was really hoping for a cult.
Well, I'm okay with occult, but this is, yeah, I'll take an occult roll from you. I'd also take intelligence or education too.
Well, on any of those three, I've got a regular success.
Okay, regular success. You're not getting a hint of malice. You're getting the hint of someone who never really expected to be here again. And as you come through and remember, you're going back, you remember hearing the body of Þóra, who was blind, sitting in a chair, mumbling to herself. It's that same prayer that Morak was saying when she was trying to connect with something. But this one's a little bit deeper. It's more, not as much Gaelic. This is more Old English, so more Viking than Gaelic. A little bit in it. It's kind of like over the years, maybe it's mutated or she's learned something or doesn't remember exactly how to do it. But eventually this same spirit connected. And she said that she could only connect to someone from her bloodline. So Þóra and Morag, at some point in time, were related to this creature, or whoever this person is.
Okay.
And as she says, there's someone else in this room who smells like her blood. She's looking at Skelli.
Would love to know how Skelli would have reacted to that.
Me too.
Shocked silence.
Because you just saw Þóra do the same telekinesis that Skelli did. So there's definitely some sort of blood-related magic between them. I have a name. It's not one that none of you are going to know. I am dead long time.
That's a strange name.
I have been dead for a long time. This body is broken. Anyway. Brandon, what's the name? Where'd it go? What is the Viking translation? Sorry, this one's a weird one to pronounce. I haven't actually tested it. What would you guys know her as? Sorry, give me one sec. I can't find where I put it.
I'm going to say we'll know her as whatever she decides to tell us her name is.
Yeah. I think
She
I
could say her name's
changed.
Brandon.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You would also realize, Frank, that this eventually would have learned from Morag that the spirit she connected with is old and powerful. That's the one thing you're going to realize. And as this creature just like starts going back, she's like looking at Thora, then the shape of the face turns back into Morag for a minute. You'd almost be able to tell with that roll that she's trying to remember and make her own face appear. This body hasn't used its magic in a long time. A long time ago, a shapeshifter tried to destroy my home. It was called Eunice Aphilon. That is a translation in Gaelic, Frank, to the Isle of Apples. And I would take a... This is more of just a straight knowledge roll.
Okay. I think that's a good roll for me. Oh, what is that intelligence?
Yeah.
Education.
Education,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, knowledge.
Oh, that is extremely good success.
Ah. There are tales of a different name. It's nothing that, honestly, it's I think 120 years before you learn this tale. But there's stories from Gaelic and Scottish and like a lot of old school monks that tell of a place that is basically covered in mist and fog. And the old Norse translation is Avalon.
Ooh.
The spirit just looks and goes, the easiest way to pronounce my name is Morgan.
Well, I'm going to get that mixed up with Morag if you keep looking like her.
Trust me, this isn't something I'm trying to do. It's just happening. Every time a memory comes in that's from somebody else, I'm trying to remember what I looked like. But like I said, this body hasn't used its magic in a long time, and there's not a lot left because of her age.
I tell you one thing for free. If you'd told me a week ago I'd be communing with a spirit having just cast a spell myself, I would have told you you're utterly insane. Nothing is making sense anymore.
What can you do, little one?
A little bit of healing. I'm all about helping people, and I apparently have got some skills in doing so.
I knew one like you a while back. He died saving others. Hopefully you don't do the same.
Well, I got to die some way. That's the best way to go.
She's gonna hold the piece of obsidian up and go, years ago, whatever year it is now, doesn't matter. Something tried to destroy my home, a shapeshifter. I tried to banish the creature, but it backfired, and both me and my home were sent to its realm, where I died and my home was lost. But the one who did it had this upon its neck. Funny how things happen. And she's just gonna hold it back out for Bjorn to grab.
And I do so. And I do so.
That is a weapon that will help you go to where you need to go if you can figure out how to use it. It is a key of sorts. But I
And
know
if they're
not
not
how
kicking
to
the
wield
rods from the
it.
nut.
Yes. My time in this body is not as good as I had hoped. This body needs rest. When she is ready, I will talk to you again and try to tell you more. But know this. If the shapeshifter is around, you will need an army. But it will not be fought in your realm. It'll be in his, which is now where my home is. And just the spirit, you see, like, the eyes start to go black, and the body of Thora and spirit of Thora starts to take back over. And she just slowly gets back in her chair and starts to snore. And then immediately the fire roars. It looks like the logs have been burning for an hour. And time-wise, it is now nighttime. Feels like maybe half hour's passed for you guys. Maybe an hour. It's been about 6.
I hate this weird time crap.
Aronson, can I have a Constitution roll, please?
You can.
Perfect. So yeah.
Oh, that is a success. Is that
Ooh. As the fire burns
That's a half.
and gets...
It's a
Yeah, I'm correct.
half success.
Beautiful. Your eyes pop open, sir. And yes, I just brought in Morgan Le Fay to play with. You're welcome. She's not known as Morgan Le Fay yet, but she will be one day.
Don't know who that is.
That's okay.
See, I heard Morgan, and my mind went straight to the Iron Druid.
Oh, okay. Nope.
That's a different kind of Morgan.
Different Morgan, guys. Your role was good enough, Frank. You would know Morgan to be more like, it would be more of a she'd be like a fairy queen for you. That name and the place Avalon. To you, it's more myth and legend. But if it's true, then Morag, Thora, and Skelli share the same bloodline as this creature. I think Katie's going to enjoy that.
Oh, I wish she was here.
Yep, I haven't told her
There's
that
a
part
bunch
yet.
of RP I want to start doing right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to say she just probably sits down and just starts to stare and look at the boy and... What? I'm going to assume Genya just fucks off and leaves this place.
That would make sense.
Yeah. But Aronson, you awake to this place hot and dark, and your friends standing around you. And can you please give me... Oh, let's do the fun one. Give me a luck roll.
Luck roll.
Yes, please.
Now, is that against my current luck or my max?
Current luck. Current.
I think that's a success. That is a success. Does hard matter?
Nope. Regular success works.
Cool, that's a success.
That dream, that whatever it was that you have been feeling when you sleep. Just like the last time you woke up, the last time you had a hammer in your hand that was ringing, a hammer that is now shattered. That same energy and vibration you felt then, is coming from a chunk of obsidian that is currently in Bjorn's hand. You need that.
I'm still restrained to the bed, aren't I?
Sure. Oh, he's awake.
Good evening. So it's like strained his neck trying to look out the door. Can't quite.
Are you hungry yet?
Yes.
Ah! Idas just kind of looks around and goes, "That's fine. I will make you something. Frank, can you please check him over? Make sure he hasn't done anything to get rid of the stitches."
No problem. Yeah, it's a hard success.
Okay. You can get one more health back, Aronson. You still technically have a, like, you took over 5, so you're still going to have, like, that lovely little box
Major
mark.
wound.
A major wound for a while, but you're still recovering. Yeah.
Cool. It is
But
not subtle, but he is sort of glancing back every so often, looking at that cross.
Yeah. Frank, you'd be able to tell he can be finally untied. He's healing enough to not break open stitches as long as he doesn't do anything more stupid for the next 3 to 4 days.
Which still seems likely.
Or anybody else around him do stupid stuff.
That too, correct. Yeah.
Well, if the boy doesn't shoot you with any arrows or anything.
That was an accident, and I apologized. And that was that Bjorn, not that Bjorn.
I'm sure that makes all the difference.
Well, if you do it again, make sure it's the same Bjorn.
Yeah, I kind of deserved that one. But still, I'm sorry.
On that matter, hey Bjorn, what is that in your hand?
Just a chunk of rock.
I like rocks. Can I have a look?
Well, suppose it's the least I can do after what I did, and I'll hand it to him.
Perfect.
He's not heard any of this story, so he's gonna hold up to his eye and stare at it, like examine it.
Yeah, you did not hear any of the story that they just learned of Search Tears, no. To you, so this is a shiny piece of black that you weren't there at the farm when they got it. You know nothing about this other than the fact that it is shiny and you want it. As you grab this and look into it, can you please give me... This would be more of an appraise roll. But because you're a blacksmith...
Do you want natural world? Because I've put that into, metals and ores.
That's the one I was going to say, yes.
It doesn't matter because they're exactly the same.
Okay.
God damn it. Well, that's a fail, but...
Okay.
I'm going to use some luck points because I'm interested in where this is going.
You can try to push it too if you like.
Oh no, it's only 5 away from a fail. I'm going to use 5 luck points.
Okay.
So that's a
regular success? Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't really come to you exactly. Like, this is... To you, you've heard of Obsidian. You've never worked with it because it doesn't forge well. Obsidian is something that is more looked at and used for like spiritual pieces, shiny decoration. Obsidian is, for blacksmiths, a useless piece of shit. It can't be worked. You don't have the tools. You don't know exactly what to do with this. The piece you're holding in your hand has been forged. This isn't normal. This is delicate. This is intricate work. And this would have taken someone of your skill half his life to create. This is sharper than any knife you've ever seen. This is stronger than any steel you've ever known. This could be used to forge a very nice arrow, dagger, spearhead.
It's definitely a good five minutes where he, staring, completely lost. Maybe opens his mouth only to close it a few times, like he wants to ask something, but he doesn't know where to start.
Mm-hmm.
Who? What?
It's
Where
in the
did you
shape of a
find
cross.
this?
It is in the shape of a cross, but the edges are jagged and like sharp as a knife.
Bjorn doesn't follow religion. He doesn't know.
Nope.
No shit. Where did you find this?
That was on the dead body of one of the scouts that we left at the farm. The last time we saw that was around the neck of Father Adam.
Oh, it's one of those, and he holds it the right way up for the first time.
Yes. Your dogs are just taking your mic off, Mario. It's funny.
What?
We can hear the dogs in the background. They keep setting your mic off.
That's weird. I don't hear any dogs.
I keep hearing dogs.
Huh.
You have headset on though, so yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Other than being absolutely fascinated by it, he probably when you pose a question, you're not asking anyone, you're not asking the room. He will wonder aloud. Oh, I wonder who made this.
Well, we were hoping to find Father Adam and ask him a lot of questions. You were knocked out for a while and you missed a lot of things, but you still look like you need some rest. So you'd be able to tell that Skelli kind of is looking at it and she's not too sure if she wants to take it off of you.
How big is it? Sorry.
It's a fair size cross. I'm gonna say it's probably the size, I'd say a good 3.5, 4 inches long and 2 inches wide. It's not big, but it could be used for something. It's long enough to be like a semi-good dagger size, or on the tip of a spear or something. Yeah. Or just hung around the neck, the leather thong that it's currently on.
Unless someone actively approaches him for it, he is absorbed in his own world.
Titus just kind of looks at it and goes, "That stuff's so many stories about Obsidian, lad. Be careful with that. Don't look into it too deep. You might not be able to draw yourself out of it."
Sorry, what?
Exactly. Put it away, lad. Don't stare into it. You might not like what stares back.
I'll probably get distracted by this. Anyone want to take it from me?
Not I.
Bjorn will take it back and put it in his pack.
Okay. Well, unless you all plan to stay for dinner, I suggest you leave your friend here for the rest of the night, then he can go back to wherever he is that sleeps. Unless you feel good to go now, lad. I'll leave that up to you. You feel you're stitched. So as long as you don't do anything stupid, you could probably go back to where you normally sleep. You're not going to be doing any blacksmithing for a day or two. But
You definitely get lightheaded when he stands up because he's lost a lot of blood.
yeah, she just hands you a small tankard of ale. Drink.
I don't know how it's going to help my stability.
It will. There's a few extra things in it. It'll make you sleep very soon. So find a bit before you fall over.
I'll bring you back the mug in the morning then.
I have lots.
And he'll slowly make his way home.
Skelli and the boy are discussing what to do, and they are pretty much going to go back to the church, who's now in the hands of Eric's father. Eric's wife. And they're going to go help to make sure she doesn't do anything stupid to it. And they basically want to guard the room upstairs because they don't trust anyone else going up there.
Well, that's one place I have no intention of going.
Nope. So what would you guys like to do? The evening is yours.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but all this magic has absolutely burned me out. I've done more in one day than I've done in my entire life, or that most people would ever do in their entire lives, because I'm not sure I believed it was even real. I am absolutely wrecked, and I need an early night.
I think I will head to the closest place where mead is being served.
Yeah, the main log room. Yeah, Eric's hall.
Now, when I say I'm absolutely wrecked, that does sound good. Maybe I could just have one before bed. Just one.
Yeah, just one, Frank. Really?
Aye, just one. It would be irresponsible to have more.
Mm-hmm.
I will believe it when I see it. And I will start heading towards.
Perfect. What's Aronson doing?
Drink would probably be a bad idea.
You do feel still a little woozy, and know from experience that whatever she put in your drink is going to knock you off your feet soon. So it's whether or not you want to be inside when that happens.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a race to his bed.
Okay. Perfect. As you finally enter the forge for the first time in a while, it's not empty because you haven't been here for a while. The other blacksmith. I have his name somewhere. You do know him. He's like pretty much your equal in certain things, better at certain things, no idea at a few other things. You and him work together quite well and have been for a while. He did not train. He's quite older. He'd be like mid-40s. So he does a lot of the finer detail. You do more quantity. He does a little bit more quality. But you do hear the sounds. The forge is up and running. It's hot. And as he sees you stumble in there, he just like gives you a little nod. I heard that. You okay?
It's been better.
You look like, you had your first proper raid. You look like you'll heal up. Worst comes to worst, burn it. That'll fix everything. Do you need anything, lad?
Sleep.
Sleep. All right, well.
Sleep in a proper bed.
I will hammer nice and loud for you. Enjoy the ringing.
You won't even wait for him to finish that sentence. He's already
gone. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. So as the two of you go back into the main log room for drinking, you are You're going to notice your sister is currently talking to Freya and someone else that you haven't seen in a while who just got back into town. When you guys first left on, when you guys came across the ocean, you were on the Icica, the Ice Widow. That was the ship you were on, led by the captain Sigurd Isodottir. She's one of the first female captains, and Freya kind of looks up to her. They are in the middle of having a conversation. You also notice that Eric has gathered some of the elders of the farm, and they are having a discussion. So whether or not you want to sit near any of them and listen in, let me know.
Nah, we said what we wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Perfect. So the two of you are fed and given ale. Is there anything you two want to RP?
I assume it was Bjorn I was with, wasn't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Bjorn, when are you going to get some sort of weird magic shite happening? Seems that it's all the rage at the moment.
That would be up to Odin, would it not? I have no idea.
I don't understand why it just keeps happening to me and around me, and it's. I suppose I shouldn't complain, but it's just a bit strange, you know.
This whole thing has been strange.
I mean, if the whole world doesn't explode on us just by tomorrow morning, I'll be honestly shocked. I have a question. Do you think we can trust Skelli?
Not in the least. Not in the least.
Okay, I'm glad it's not just me. Her priorities are all wrong. We're out here trying to save our world, and I'm not convinced she's not just praying to her imaginary god.
Oh, believe me, my sister and I are on the same page when it comes to that.
I mean, how much evidence does she need to see with all this stuff happening? And we've seen that it's not coming from any Christian god. It's coming from the old powers. It's pretty obvious where the power is.
No, I agree. This newfangled god stuff, a single god to rule them all. No, that just does not work for me.
Seems arrogant and selfish, if you ask me. What kind of a god would want to have to do it all themselves anyway? It would have to be some sort of a megalomaniac, power-hungry person.
Yeah, and I don't know. It seems to go right along with this father, I guess he's called, because he's disappeared, left destruction behind him. I just can't fathom. Yeah, I couldn't see even hell doing this. She wouldn't even be doing this.
I think you're right. Well, anyway, let's. And he's gonna hold his glass of mead up. He's gonna say, "Here's to saving the world."
And I do the same.
And I feel like, are there a bunch of other people around just watching us have this conversation and thinking we're completely bonkers?
I'm gonna say there's probably 2 or 3 that are around you. This time of night, most people like you're mid like starting harvest season, planting. So boats are gone. The village itself is maybe a quarter of the people here. So it's not busy, but you're probably having a couple people stare at you. Yes.
Okay, whichever one's closest to me, tell me what they look like. I want to walk over to them.
Okay, give me 1 sec. I will bring up my list of people here.
Frank's feeling himself now.
Absolutely.
Where the distance. Gosh, and I've only had one.
He's got a list of people. You're the guy running an imagination purely ad lib game, but you have to have a full list of people when I put you on the spot. I don't know about that.
They're Vikings. Viking names I can't come up with on the fly, sir. If you can come up with Viking names on... No.
Johnny the Black. There you go.
All right. You find yourself in front of... He's probably not your age, but he'd be like mid-40s, but he's starting to get like the gray-white beard, kind of like mine. You would know him to be Asta Suttergenvane. He is one of Eric's main household defenders. He's usually always in uniform, always has a spear, always has a shield. He doesn't talk much, but if Eric's present, he's present.
And yet Eric's not present, and here he is.
Eric is present. He is in the log house. He has Eric's just at the back. He has all the some of the village elders with him. They're having a hushed talk.
Okay, he's gonna walk over. Asta, you old bastard! I can't believe you're still kicking along at your age. Fully aware of the irony of that statement.
Frank, are you drinking?
I've only had the one, but I've had quite a day. You're not for understanding it. Have you seen any weird shite yourself today?
No. How weird? I saw a chicken hop on one leg today. That was the weirdest.
I hope your life can stay that way, because we've had all sorts of stuff I can't even explain. I'm probably not allowed to be honest with you, if Eric hasn't talked to you about it, but the world has gone to shit. I don't even know what shit is, but now I can't speak.
Well, Frank, do you know what you need when the world goes to shit?
What?
To raid something. To fuck something. To kill something. What would you rather do, Frank?
Aye, is there any wenches around?
Probably.
Barkeep, I need a wench.
You get like a sullen couple just go, Frank, you're not going to find any here. You're going to have to go, and he's just like points outside, find one of the thralls. Have your way with one of them. That's what they're there for.
It's too cold out there for that. I guess I'll just have to have another instead.
You get a few odd chuckles, because this is not really Frank. Asta pretty much just looks at you up and down and goes, well, if you can't fuck, you may as well fight. And he punches you in the face.
All right, that's it. Frank's fighting back. Frank's terrible at fighting. Is Frank able to dodge that punch?
Give me a sec. I need to bring up one of my character sheets.
See, Frank. I knew this. I knew.
Okay, my brawl is a 60 and I rolled a 59.
So glad I didn't join them.
You're older, so your speed is going to be less than mine, so I do get to go first.
Okay, so I get to dodge it?
You can give me a dodge roll, yes.
Oh no! So I rolled a 0, right? Thinking, yes, this is going to be the greatest success ever. Turns out I step into the punch.
Okay, perfect.
I got a 100.
Oh, a critical fumble?
Yeah.
How many
I'm
hit points
out
do you have?
cold, I reckon.
How many hit points do you have, Frank?
Oh, you don't need to ask me that. Isn't this only a fun punch?
This is a fun punch.
Where are hit point? Oh, 13. I'm on full health, or I was.
Okay, you're on 13. Do you have any armor?
I have leather armor.
Okay.
But I doubt it's on my face.
That's no. Perfect. You're not tipsy, but you've had a day. And your brain's really not functioning. And as soon as he says fight, you just like immediately go, yeah! And as soon as you scream yes and bring your face in front of him, that's the last thing you remember for today. Bjorn, you see this well-muscled, rounded soldier break Frank's nose. Frank, you take 1 point of damage. But you just see his nose just get flattened and blood starts to come out of everywhere. And the guard Asta just kind of moves up and looks around and goes, well, he got fucked one way. And then everybody starts laughing. And Frank, you're going to be
go and Bjorn's laughing as well. I says, I'll take him back. And I start dragging him out.
Okay. Schmuck. The rest of, yeah, Frank, you don't know it, but your head's like hitting a few things. Schmuck. As you are dragged to wherever your cot is and laid for the night, bloodied with a broken nose.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That was fun. I was so happy to roll that first 0.
Yep. It's like, oh no, this guy's not gonna. I was thinking he might hit you with the butt end of his spear. Then I went, nah, he's just gonna punch you. But yeah, with a fumble, yeah, you're fucking knocked out. You don't do fighting that much. Yeah, of course.
100%.
So Bjorn, as you put Frank to bed, your sister doesn't even really look at you much or pay attention to what happened. You notice that her, Freya, and the captain were not really drinking, but they're like having girl time talk. They were like having hushed talks. Anytime someone came near them, they stopped talking. Your sister definitely has that I'm planning something face.
That is a face I'm well aware of for my sister, so I just let her plan away. And as I sit there, I just like think back to what has happened, the being blind and all that stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of as I'm putting Frank down, I'm like, yeah, at least you get to sleep. And then I go back to my cot, and Bjorn's headed with the day. He's going to rest as well.
Perfect. All right. Well, as the day's events finally leave you all, and nighttime takes you, Frank with a face full of blood, Aronson with a belly, neck, and body parts full of blood that are healing, and Bjorn, who recently went blind, and I said the darkness went somewhere. When we come back from break, I'll tell you where that went.
Cool.
Bjorn, what are you thinking about when you finally go to bed? You've had a day. What's on your mind?
I think it would be, it would be the disdain I have for Skelli and the religion she is bringing to us.
Yep.
Because in my mind, it is this that is causing all this to happen.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what would be on my mind.
Perfect. As you drift off, you're also blind for part of the day. Not too long before something brought you back into your senses, but you still had that ick feeling.
A dick feeling?
Ick!
Oh, my bad. That's honestly what I heard.
Maybe ick feeling is a dick feeling to some people. It's
Otherwise,
possible.
I was wondering, what did he do to poor Frank while he was unconscious?
Well, we'll find out in the morning. You just have that something's not right with me feeling. And as you drift off to sleep, you remember that feeling when you reached for the horn and whatever darkness was inside that tornado hit you. You have that same feeling again that you're being pulled in somewhere, because that was what was happening. It was trying to pull you somewhere. You felt, as soon as whatever magic that was grabbed a hold of you, you felt yourself being pulled into the book. Which you've been told is, a holy book. But for you, it didn't feel holy at all. It felt wrong. And as you drift off to sleep, are you asleep? You don't feel asleep. You feel like you're still waiting to fall asleep. Nothing happens. And when you open your eyes, there's no sun outside. You're not in your room. You are standing upon a frozen lake. Not a lake, a glacier. A pale twilight reflected across an endless glacier. There's no wind. You're out in the middle of somewhere you've never seen before. The sky is full. And just like before, recently, in one part of the sky is the storm. One part of the sky is the northern lights. And the other part of the sky is just a burning red thunder and lightning and rain. But there's no sound. You hear, in a voice old, like it's echoing across the glacier that you're on. You don't know where it's coming from, but it echoes and echoes and echoes. Dormit, sid, nun, mortar. Can you please give me a knowledge roll? Or an occult roll. Take one or either.
Oh, yeah. Knowledge is a lot better than my occult, like 50. So, that is an extreme success. An 8 out of 50.
Nice. An 8 out of 15.
50. 5-0.
8 out of 50. Beautiful.
Yep.
That the words of Frank come back into your head. What is your magic? Why don't you have any? Why are you not special?
That's not what Frank said. How
It's
dare
close
you?
enough. It's close enough. You've been drinking, so maybe that's what he heard. You immediately understand this language. And it translates to he sleeps, but he does not die. And with an extreme success, if you ever come across this language written or spoken, I'm going to tell you you know it.
Ooh.
Even though right now you don't know exactly what it is. But it's not a known language. Far across the ice stands a mountain. Its peak is perfectly smooth, as though carved into the shape of a colossal skull. Then the mountain begins to breathe. Slowly. Once every few minutes. Each exhalation sends warm mist rolling across the frozen sea. It's not a mountain. It is the frozen shell of something impossibly enormous. You feel yourself walking towards it. Not because you want to, because it wants you to. Beneath the clear blue ice are shapes. Hundreds of them. People, animals, longships, entire forests. Frozen beneath in layer after layer of ancient ice. None are dead. Every eye is open. Every face moves and watches you pass. Then one of the eye blinks. Then another. Then another. And then all of them. And then you hear a crack as the monster stands up, or whatever creature that is the size of a mountain. And it sounds exactly the same as when the mountaintop just exploded a few days ago. And you remember something cracking and falling into the ocean, about the same size as this glacier. And that crack starts from this creature and starts going all the way through the forest. And all those people that have been frozen start to get back in their ships. And that's when you wake up. Can you please give me first a sanity roll?
Oh boy.
Yep. This is how you got
Fine,
into
you don't
this
need
mess.
You don't need sanity.
Yep. Oh, I don't think Frank knows that I'm temporarily insane.
Yep.
Yep. 19 under 29. One success.
Excellent. Okay.
29, that's the low number. Whoa.
He's been losing them.
I started with 45.
Yep. You tell me how the first time in a long time you see something wrong and don't give in.
Not sure exactly what you mean by that.
So you just saw something that felt really real. This is the most realistic dream you have ever had. You were there. You remember it, you smell it, you saw it. But you didn't let it break you for the first time. You're not losing any sanity. You come out of this probably still angry for a first time instead of something coming in. Bless
you. Bloody hell. Sorry.
You're good. So what happens to Bjorn when he opens his eyes and realizes that this was not normal? And that language that you heard, you know. Don't remember where it's from.
I think what he does is he lays there for a minute, gripping the side of his cot,
Hmm.
And then he literally jumps out of his cot, and everybody around him just hears that guttural Viking scream,
Mm-hmm.
and if there's a practice area, he grabs his great axe and just goes out and starts basically wailing on the target, on the practice dummies.
Right.
Probably, and because he is thinking in his head that this is all the Christian God's doing,
Okay.
because that's what he was thinking about when he
Mm-hmm.
fell asleep. So it just really, really pissed him off.
Okay. As you are hacking away at this, you're fairly early, so you're going to be one of the first up. Mist is rolling in. It's pretty chilly out. Sun's just starting to rise. And as the wood splinters away, you realize you're naked, but that's fine. With the knowledge of everything that's just happening playing over and over in your head, it's not going away. Normal dreams go away. This is not a dream. This is something showed you something. Can I have another education roll with advantage because you rolled well on your sanity?
Okay. That's 50. And then let's
Just the 10 value. You can roll it again.
Yep,
We'll
yep.
just use the 8. A 5. So
28.
So 28.
28.
Okay. Perfect.
Which no, the regular success.
Regular success. That's fine. Why would something that large, and it's not like that's an old creature. That's a powerful, you don't know if that's a god or something a god created. It was the size of a mountain. And it kind of had like a shell of a sea creature, but you didn't get close enough to see it, but you could smell it. It definitely had that stench of rotted shellfish. But as it cracked and the longboats hit water and the people came out of whatever was happening to them, in your head, you play it back over and over and over. There was 11 longboats. 11. Do you remember the significance of 11 longboats?
No.
Okay. Your roll will let you, thankfully. Session 1. You guys came across the water, hit a storm, and lost 7 warboats with whatever happened that night. You just found those 11 warboats.
Ooh. Yeah, with that realization,
Yeah, of the 25 that left, only 14 landed. You lost 11. As soon as that wave hit and you saw the face inside the wave, as soon as you all passed through it, you were missing 11.
and
Very
I
careless
think
of
with
you
the
to lose
realization,
11.
Mm-hmm.
I think with the realization of that, now he's even more suspicious is the wrong word. It's more, I can't even think of the word. He really wants to find this father person now.
Yep.
Because that's going to be on his brain. Father is doing this. Father is creating all this stuff in the name of his God. We must find him.
Yeah. You will remember, though, that Father Adam never originally came with you. He came with the boy and Skelli only 2 years ago. Yeah.
It doesn't, that's just what's, because he's the biggest, or highest up Christian person he knows. So that's who he's going after. He wants to hit to the top.
Yeah, whatever trap he laid or warding he put around his Vulgate Bible, he never, like even the boy in Skelli said, he never leaves that. He always takes it with him. Why would that be the only thing he didn't take? If he's a Christian priest who's supposed to guide the Christians, why wouldn't he take the one thing that tells him how to do that? And something about that book tried to pull you in. But thankfully you rolled a good sanity roll, so I don't need to have you do any more nightmares. So hey.
That's a shame.
I wrote 3 more visions already for it, just in case, but hey. When you survive the first one, I'm not going to do the other ones yet. I'll keep them for later.
I was going to say, there would probably be a point when Bjorn goes totally insane, so...
Yep. That's okay. I'm hoping someone does, because it's going to be fun.
I only have 20 more points, and then I'm insane.
That's at least 6 or 7 more sessions. You're fine.
6, 7.
Shush.
Please. The sad part is our last game last Saturday was session 67. I had to type that up.
That has changed the way I count.
Right? I know. 66, 68.
I pair them off now. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
Don't give them a chance.
Nice. So, the rest of you, Aronson and... Well, this is all happening for Bjorn. Aronson, you had a great sleep. You had the sound of an anvil being hit over and over and over. And that rage inside of you did not dim. Just made it worse. Frank!
I had a great sleep too.
You had a great sleep, but your nose is shattered. You are covered in blood. You probably will need to set it by breaking it again, unless you like the look. But you definitely wake up with a little slight headache and a little metallic taste in your mouth.
Do I wake up with my hit point damage healed because of a long rest?
You will need to mend yourself, but yes, you still gain 1 hit point back a day, so everyone can still take 1 hit point back.
Right. So I think Frank. Does he remember getting punched?
You let me know. I'm gonna let you decide that on your own.
I'll roll. I'll say it's a 50-50 chance. So 0 to 50 or 1 to 50, and I remember. Nope, okay. I don't remember a thing. I have no memory of last night after leaving Eric's the magic Morgan. Nothing since her.
Beautiful. Maybe they gave you something in your ale. You don't remember much, but you're covered in blood. You're in your own bed. You don't remember getting there.
Well, Ow! Did I fall over? What the heck happened? Well, either way, I better fix this. Shite. And he's going to do what he needs to do to break and fix his nose. Do I need to roll for that? A medicine or something?
Yeah, just a standard first aid.
Oh my god. Did I fail? Hang on. First aid. Oh, no, not quite. 86 under 90.
You know it's going to hurt to fix it, so that's whether or not you want to, but you know you're not going to be as pretty as you are normally without doing it.
I'll say he fixes it, but with an 86, he barely, he doesn't do a great job.
Okay.
And it hurts.
Yep.
Frank, pretty? Mm-hmm.
I mean, very fair.
Yep. But you definitely hear the sounds of an angry Bjorn chopping something, yelling and screaming.
And then I probably hear Frank yelling at the top of his lungs, trying to fix his own nose.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, I probably realize someone else is awake. So I will head that way. After hearing Frank scream.
Mm-hmm. Frank, you have a naked Bjorn walking into you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You're not in your right head right now. It's okay, bud.
Walking into me, certainly an interesting choice of words.
Well, walking into your room. We'll go with that.
Okay, that sounds better. What the fuck are you doing?
And then I look down, it's like, oh, fuck. And then, I'm sorry, Frank. Well, long night. And then I'm going to go back to my room and actually put on my clothes.
Okay. I was hoping you were going to say I'm going to hide my dick with my great axe, and I was going to make you roll for it. Okay.
No. Bjorn's young enough where he can be. He's not okay. That. He's still proud of his manhood, shall we say?
Okay. Well, speaking of, you're gonna have because I want to know how impressed Frank is. You got to roll for size.
Give me a size roll. Sorry.
How many people are
Sorry. That'll be an appearance roll.
Appearance? That's the APP, right?
Sure is.
Oh my god. My appearance is 10. I hope yours is better.
25.
This is definitely for how many people are whistling as you go past.
94.
I got a 94 over 25.
Oh my god, it's like 1 inch.
Alcohol does certain things to people from time to time. Yeah, and it's cold out.
I was in the pool.
I was in the pool.
I had a very, very weird lucid dream. That's what happened. Yeah. Yeah, so then I will come back with my clothes on.
Okay, just for fun. The last thing that happened for you, remember, was Frank asking for a whore. Didn't get one, so he got punched, and then he said, then the guard said that's how he got fucked. You definitely probably see a couple people that were in there that night start whistling at you as you leave Frank's place. Naked. Because I can. Go Bjorn!
And I think Bjorn's face turns a little red, and he just keeps walking.
There's a few cat
he's got his battle axe in his hand, just kind of swinging it, with his arm movement.
Mm-hmm.
And Frank, having seen
No
this,
idea.
is just like, he's like, well, back to the pain. Ow!
Aronson, you're feeling a little better finally. Most of your you're like waking up after like being not really beat to hell, but like just you got a few stitches and it's just you got to be careful or the stitches are going to come out and you're going to start bleeding again because you got nicked in a couple arteries and there are some tender spots. But you feel rested finally, but starving. But you still have that. The anvil's not ringing, the forge isn't hot, it's still embers, but you have that ringing still in the back of your head.
Right. If the ringing's still there, and you still kind of got that borderline anger from the previous night.
Yeah, it's almost like when you hear it in your head, you're swinging an imaginary hammer, like you're the one hitting the anvil.
He will carefully. There's a word I was going to use, but I can't fucking pronounce it. He would carefully, stretch, see what his range of movement's like.
Yep.
Upon realizing it's not good right now. No swinging hammers. But if he wants to be productive, fuck food. He'll go and that was tidy up. Can't do anything else in the forge. Maybe sort through the scrap to find more usable.
Yeah. You do have
reorder tools.
You definitely need a new blacksmith hammer. Yours original one's gone. There are others here, but it's not yours. So whether or not you want to create your own or just use one of the shops, I'll leave that up to you. You're going to need to use one of them anyway to create a new one for yourself at some point in time. But you're still a couple days before you're probably safe enough to start swinging.
But he definitely wants to make his own.
But what are you going to do about the ringing? Do you have any thoughts on that piece of obsidian would be perfect for something? With a night's rest and time, give me a straight... Let's do a either intelligence roll or a blacksmith roll.
Blacksmith roll it is, because that's probably my highest.
Okay.
75, which is a regular success.
Regular success. You're missing something. There's a significance to the obsidian that sadly you were asleep for, so you haven't actually heard the story yet. But it's tied to something and you don't know why. You need to learn more. There's
Bjorn
something
would know
important
this.
about it. Yep.
Wade wouldn't. Who in the village is his, He wouldn't know it's mystic, would he?
No, you slept through it.
No. If he's got the feeling there's more to it.
Yeah.
I suppose the other blacksmith, then, because if he's doing delicate work, he's doing jewelry. He's doing, setting stones.
Yeah.
He might know more about glass.
That, or you could go back to where you, Idis and Thóra, or you would go to the source who currently has it and ask him more about it. Because you haven't heard the story of how, where it came from or the actual story itself. So it's whether or not you want to do the practical application or the knowledge-based.
I'm a roll for that. I
Okay.
don't know whether
'Cause
both are
with-
very appealing to him. So
Yeah,
50-50.
With coming from like the having the blacksmith background, I believe. Give me 1 second here. Let me just bring up. So the engineer background is what you have.
Mm.
You come with arts and crafts, so carpenter, stonemason, natural world, own kingdom, repair device, science for either arithmetic or geometry. So being that,
He picked geometry.
I
His
would let you
geometry.
also do a geometry roll.
I don't think he's got good geometry.
Okay.
Because I didn't think I'd need it.
No, I know.
25, maybe. No.
Okay.
Where the heck
Let's
is
see.
geometry?
I think it's a specific one under art
Yeah,
and craft.
it's under. Yeah.
Sorry, science.
Oh, I just don't even have it. Okay.
It's because he's an engineer. That's what he gets it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's odds that he'll go more for practical use.
Yeah.
Knowledge it is. Cool. So he'll. Well, he doesn't know Thor has filled people in. So to Bjorn it is.
Okay. You find Bjorn putting clothes on.
Oh, whoa! I sort of stares at the sky. You finished?
Yep. It's all good now.
Stand further from the door next time.
Oh, but can't help it. I got a tiny little space here.
Is that what you call it?
That too.
Shit.
So I keep thinking about that little black cross. I thought, yes, wait, God damn it! You'd already asked where he'd found it. What else would you ask? Yeah.
Probably more just do you know what it is or symbolizes. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you.
Yes.
But Bjorn would know that Aronson was asleep for the story.
Yeah, that little black cross. I was wondering if I can have another look at it. If anything you know about it. Because religion isn't his thing, so he wouldn't bother to ask about that.
Bjorn, when you were listening to the tale of Surtur's tears, what did you get out of that? What did you understand about it?
Yeah, but Abe doesn't remember.
Okay. Basically that Surtur had a sword made out of pure obsidian, and that he could use it to not just cleave mountains, but he could use it to pretty much traverse the other realms of the realm. Like he could go through all different types of worlds and realms. Obsidian can be used to take you from one place to another if wielded properly. That's what the story boils down to. The main thing is it can let you enter Drumheim, the dream realm, where also you have been told Avalon also got taken to.
So yeah, all that.
Okay.
Sorry, While you were saying that, did you hand it to him, or are you just recounting it to?
Well, I think I would. I think I would wait until I would have it out, and kind of wait to see if you ask for it.
He asked initially, but if you didn't hand it to him, he's going to listen. He's definitely staring at it while you're talking and nodding along. So like a door, like a opening, key.
The ringing in your head gets louder.
You mind if I make something with it?
If you can here, and I will hand it to you.
As soon as you touch it, the ringing stops.
I'm going to try. Guessing if I fail, it won't be this that breaks. I don't know how much.
You should.
Go on.
You should find some good armor and a helmet, so that way it doesn't explode like I did to you.
That is a good idea. And later on, when he's doing something with it, he's definitely wearing 2 leather aprons rather than just the one. Cool. He's gonna walk away, muttering to himself, but it's very clearly a saying ideas aloud, and then telling himself off because that was a stupid idea. I think he'd try and make a knife out of it.
Okay. As you turn, you all hear a horn blow. It's a horn that only blows every now and then when Eric summons all his war council for a meeting. And I think that's a perfect place for us to end early, because I'd rather have the girls here for what happens next.
Okay, sounds good.
Because yes, the next part's going to be interesting.
Alrighty.
Start planning. Nice job, guys. That was fun.